Hey, what's going on YouTube? So I just wanted to make a quick video about sorry, I don't know what happened. I just wanted to make a quick video about the custody case that I had with between the mother of my daughter and myself. I'm here in the state of Virginia, in close to Fredericksburg, and I did not have an attorney. She had an attorney. My daughter is about to be 14 years old. I don't want to say out of her life. I was just in a different state, serving the military for the last 10 years of her life. A little backstory: we had 50-50 custody back in the day, 2013, and I gave up my parental rights when I went overseas, and it wasn't because I just didn't want her. Obviously, that's not the case. It was because in case of an emergency, there were some stipulations where we both of the parents had to agree on what was happening at the time in case of a medical emergency, and I just didn't want anything getting in the way of my daughter's health. So being in a different country, you guys could obviously see that there's going to be some difficulties there with communication. So I gave the mother of my daughter full legal and full custody during the time being. And like I said, throughout the last 10 years, I lived in Japan. Um, I lived in Florida. I lived in New Jersey, and it's just been a roller coaster. Sorry, there's a guy cutting the lawn right here. It's just been a roller coaster. So now we're here. We're here living next to her. I filed a motion to amend the previous modification. It was a modification of a final judgment, and yeah. So I'm gonna tell you guys how it kind of went down and what I got as a father without representation, and I feel I would have still got with representation. So this is not here. I'm not here to tell you don't get an attorney. Um, I'm just here to tell you what I feel. In my case. All right. I had to put the windows up. But yeah. So attorney, I filed a motion by myself. I had to go to San Diego, which they had the previous final judgment and modification that we added. I had to get three certified copies. The paperwork that I read at the court said I only needed two, but I got three just to make sure. So I went to San Diego, flew to San Diego County, and went to the courthouse and picked up three certified copies of the last final judgment and the amendment that we did. An amendment is just a change or modification of some kind of paperwork. Okay, so I did that. Came to the local courthouse. I filed a motion to amend, which pretty much means change or modify the current physical and legal custody, which was so as far as visitation, it was a reasonable visitation, which could be anything from 1 day a month to a couple weeks a year. Whatever reasonable. I don't think there's a definition for reasonable visitation. So yeah, so the mother instantly was notified. It's a small town, so they filed the paperwork very quickly. Within like 2-3 weeks, she knew of the paperwork that I filed. And the reason I filed was because we've been living here in King George for however long, and she was just not being cooperative. I just seen my daughter maybe 2 weeks out of the about 5 months that I've been here, and I mean that's not reasonable at all. We moved here because our daughter wanted us here. I say our because I'm married, me and my wife. And she enjoys spending time with her siblings. We have three boys, and so yeah, so that's why I filed. It just wasn't reasonable visitation. The mother, and she even said to me, I have full control, and like I don't know if she thought that um the the modification was it. You can go to court as many times as you feel you need to for your for a child. So I just let her believe that she had full control until it was time for me to file. So I don't want to make this video long, but just to get to the chase, or to cut to the meat and potatoes, I guess. There was a lot of motion, back and forth motion. Her attorney tried to make me pay for some legal documents that, according to them, I didn't fill out properly. But I wasn't stuck with any legal fees on their behalf. She pretty much paid probably more than $5,000 um, for something that could have been done for free. To be honest, between us two. Um, so I am working on a degree, and I felt like I was competent enough to read legal paperwork. Again, if you don't feel like you can read and understand legal documents, definitely get an attorney. It's definitely gonna help you. It's definitely gonna save some money um, for you. We paid the only legal fees we paid was for the guardian ad litem that was appointed to my daughter, which is pretty much a guardian ad litem is somebody that represents your child in court. So instead of the child being in court, it's the guardian ad litem kind of speaking for the child. So because my daughter has received straight A's and she's a great student, she's a great kid. Um, I was requesting 50-50 physical and 50-50 legal. So the judge pretty much deemed it that because my daughter's doing such a great job in school, he doesn't want to mess that up with having her come 1 week with me, 1 week with the mother, um, just because she's doing so good in school. And I guess studies have shown that kids kind of start not failing, but regressing in studies just because there's different parenting styles. So just keep that in mind. Like if we've never had 50-50 physical, since 10 years ago. So it was definitely going to be a big change for her. Even though I'm fully confident in my daughter's ability to keep her grades up, I mean, it really goes down to like the studies out there, and I guess there's studies out there that show that kids don't do their best or aren't at their best ability when they're transferring from household to household. So we do have her every other weekend, and there's a specific holiday schedule. And in the summers, we do have her every week, every other week. So to me, and then we did get a 50-50 custody, legal custody, which is a win. That's the biggest thing. Being involved in her in her process of being a young adult. Just my whole point of coming here was to give my daughter a voice. She always felt like she never had a voice between, I guess between me and her mother, let's just say that. But now she knows she has a voice. Now she knows that she can speak her voice without any type of, I guess, punishment or something. She's so much more happier now that we're here. She has a sister on the way, God willing. Everything happens, everything goes well. So she's very excited. She loves being with us. And I just explained to her, hey, this is what's going on. This is what happened. If you have any questions, she can still contact her guardian ad litem. But this is mainly for the men out there and women, and it's not because I'm not a good father or right father for her or right parent. It's just that she's been in this household for so long, and now we're able to have our weekends with her. And the summers she can't just be dropped off in random places like she usually has been. And then we have a schedule to bye. And again, she'll be 18 in 4 years and a couple months. And I could have just easily kept it the way it was, and but my daughter and I had a talk, and she definitely wanted to be in our lives more, especially with the sister coming. She's so excited about her sister. If you guys have any questions about legal, oh yeah, the process, let me tell you. So we went to court. The judge asked, I filed, so I'm the petitioner. The judge asked me, why are you filing this petition? I just said, after speaking with my daughter, we decided that we want more time. She wants to spend more time with us as a family, with me and my family, and we're not getting that time. And then he asked me a couple personal questions like, what do I do for employment? Am I educated as far as, do I have any schooling after high school? My if I have a GED or whatnot. Some of my hobbies. He was trying to get to know me. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know the mother. He's trying to get to know us. The attorney, he was trying to do his attorney work, but he could have done a lot better job. I don't know if paying the money. I think the outcome would have been the same with or without an attorney. And again, this is not legal advice. If you have the money to spend it. If you don't, then I just want you to feel a little confident knowing that the justice system is there for a reason, and as long as you go in there competent and not uh, like arrogant as a man, I think you can do pretty good. And by arrogant, I just mean like, answer with respect. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Simple stuff that our parents taught us or should have taught us. As an adult, if you don't have those mannerisms, and I mean, it's hard for anybody to choose your side. So I hear a lot of parents have negative thoughts about um, the justice system and lawyers and judges, but it's like, have some respect. Have some respect to everybody around you, just the way you want to be respected. And yeah, I mean, they asked you some questions. We went back and forth, some questionings. They were Their argument was that 1 week was enough time. And your case could be different. If you're seeing your daughter already every other week, and you just want her specifically in different times, the judge might say, yeah, you know what, this schedule's been working for you guys. We're gonna keep it that way. And then that modifies a lot of stuff. But the biggest thing is, don't be intimidated by all the paperwork that a lawyer might send you. It's just, I call it filler, he's just checking checking the boxes with whatever he needs to do as he's representing whoever he's representing. He also needs to make sure he's making his money. What else? You guys have any questions, or you guys are going to be dealing with this pretty soon? I mean, I'm not trying to make this seem like it was an easy process. I did lose a lot of sleep over this, and it was more of like anxiety of like what can happen, I guess, the worst that can happen. But best case scenario, we got her a lot more time. The mother cannot say nothing anymore, as far as she used to let us have it for like the weekend. We'll pick her up on Saturday, like just random things like that. She would do that. It just wasn't okay, for us, obviously, but it messed with my daughter's head, because she was never able to relax and be like, okay, I'm here for this amount of time without no say so. And her mom would just pick her up early, and I mean, it's just a power trip. She had a power trip, and I mean, now we're just in a way better position, and hopefully we can continue to raise Maxine, my daughter, as we both see fit now. So yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to add. If you guys want to chat in the comment area, please chat it up, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys for listening.